So today we're going to go ahead and talk about who I think the best God lead was back in 2016. But the thing is that we take a look at every single one of the God leads, and before I go on with the video, God leads are units that lead a specific typing to 3 key and 7% of the stats. So example would have to be for Super Vegito being AGL type 3 key and 7% of the stats. Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, 3 keys, 7% the stats, so on, so forth. These are all the God leads in Dokkan. Physical Broly, the STR Omega in Buuhanks, Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and AGL Super Vegito. What I want to say is that who I would probably say is the best God lead will have to be AGL Super Vegito, because this guy was a counter unit that took damage almost from nowhere, because he was able to sit in slot 1, buff up all the allies' attacks, and he will have a great link set to link up alongside this guy over here being STR Gogeta. I'm using a multitude of YouTubers videos inside my video. I'm using the Truth's videos. I'm using two of the Truth's videos. I'm using Rhyme Style's video, of course, so shout out to Rhyme Style. And I'm using another Rhyme Style video, and I'm using Living Ichigo's video. So shout out to Rhyme Style, Living Ichigo, and The Truth. So we take a look at the AGL Super Vegito God-led team. I can see what he was going for here. I know why he was running the STR Super Vegito not on the leader skill, because he's going to be a linking partner with him. And I don't think it really mattered if STR Super Gogeta was on a leader skill, because this guy was already a killer back in 2016 anyways. What was this video made? This video was made in November 25th of 2016. This guy was an absolute killer in Dokkan events, so it didn't really matter if he was on leader skill or not. Yeah, he ran it for a shocking speed, and this guy does indeed have a shocking speed over here, right? Yeah, he does. Okay, so going based off of the Truth's team, I could definitely see what he's going for. It's like this Int Vegeta, I'm pretty sure it's a support type unit. This guy, I do not remember what the hell this guy does. Now we have to see what everyone's team is doing. Let me get you. What do you do? 7 key. What? This Int Vegito, I'm pretty sure Int Vegito is a support type here, and then this Gohan is really whatever. So the main focal point of this team is to have a God Goku with the AGL Super Vegito, and have the STR Gogeta with the other AGL Super Vegito, and then have the Int Vegito support. I'm still thinking Vegito is probably the best God lead, and just in terms of that, because counters are just so broken back in 2016. Specifically for 2016, I do think that he is the best in my opinion, because he does have STR Super Gogeta, who was obviously king, because they share Golden Warrior, Super Saiyan, Prepare for Battle, Fuse Fighter, and Fierce Battle. It's like they shared 5 links. I mean, they didn't have Open Flash to each other, but still. Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks, and I think he probably has one of the more interesting teams, but it makes more sense of why he would run this team. So he had the Tech Vegito, he had the Tech Super Saiyan Team Gotenks. Tech Vegito gives 30% attack and defense to all allies, which is definitely really nice. And he gives 25% attack for allies for 1 turn on a super attack effect, which is really cool. 80% attack for me, super attack and gain 50% no, that's 50% attack for 3 turns, excuse me. I'm too used to seeing attack and defense with each other. I'm pretty sure he was running these two with both the Gotenks. And Gotenks was quite good in 2016, because 120% attack and forming a super attack is very monstrous. So yeah, I could definitely see why this team is definitely working. Let me go ahead and move on over to the next God-led team. But would Gotenks be a runner-up? Probably. Gotenks is probably a runner-up because he hit really hard during the meta where hitting hard mattered the most. We went over to Buuhanks. Now, Buuhanks was probably... Let me take a look at Buuhanks' team. He did have Enginemba. That is a rotation for sure. And he did have he had Baby with him. But was Baby sharing any links with him? Because does Buuhanks have shocking speed? He does. And does this Int Gohan over here have shocking speed? If he doesn't, that's a W. Gohan did have shocking speed. That's good. Along with Enginemba. Yeah, that's nice. That is really nice. Let me go ahead and on over back to the video. Yeah, he had the Baby with him, and that Baby doesn't have shocking speed, which is a little annoying. But I'm pretty sure that Baby had Big Bad Bosses, so he could get Big Bad Bosses with him, right? If that Int Baby does not have Big Bad Bosses, that's kind of an L. He does. Okay, cool. The SSR? SSR does? Where is that Baby? Yes, he does. Okay, nice. For sure. So this team was particularly ran for the healing. It's like the healing nuker. Yeah, that's the name of the title. It's like this was basically ran for like healing and nuking. So this guy is a healing which is outright unstoppable, provided you're running a team like this. And this is no, not this team. This team was actually it's a pretty nice looking team for 2016, right? Because you would have Int Vegito. Int Vegito supports, you're a nuker. Ah, but you give an attack buff on super attack to all allies. That's nice. That's nice. So he is a support type unit that's a nuker, technically. So Vegito is a nuker. This Gohan is he's an offensive type unit. Turles is a support type unit. Let me check the baby and the Turles. He gave 3 key and 20% attack to all allies when the HP is 50% or above. So he was a support type unit. And this guy he lowered attack on super and has 7% attack. Okay, so I can definitely see the vision on this team now. Because he would have, we take a look at it, he would have the Buuhanks with Janemba. Then you would have Buuhanks with probably Turles. Yeah, you have his Buuhanks with Turles, and then you would have his Buuhanks with Janemba. Then you would have Baby floating off for big bad bosses as a link, and you would have the Vegito floating on rotation to sit this guy in the first slot to get the attack buff off. I don't quite understand this team like fully, but I'm assuming that he had Turles with Buuhanks and he had the Janemba with the the Buuhanks. No, not Buuhanks, excuse me. The Buuhan. It's Buuhan. I kept calling, was I calling them Buuhanks the entire time? Bruh. I can't think. So, Buuhan. I was really calling them Buuhanks the entire time? Yo, throughout the video, I might have to edit that in. Moving on over to the next god leader is gonna have to be STR Omega. And Omega's team, this is pretty familiar for anyone who watched my STR Omega, who's the best god lead. And I think that this guy's team, him next to Rildo, and then him next to the other Rildo, obviously. Then you have all 3 of these guys floating off rotation. Yeah, that's the case with this guy. Omega had a solid STR team, for sure. There's nothing too crazy, nothing too bad. It's like wherever the enemy could be attack debuff, this guy was a complete menace. Provided you were able to attack debuff some of these Dokkan events back in 2016, but still. I went over to the next god lead would have to be Broly. Now, Broly is probably the most underrated of all of them because Broly was able to double super attack with an additional super attack when he was 8 or more. So this guy was guaranteed super attacking. Broly double supered. He killed the enemy. We take a look at Broly's team. Of course, shout out my dog Living Ichigo. But hey, Broly was killing enemies easily. He had this Bardock right next to him, who I'm pretty sure is a support type unit, and he had this Goku right next to him too. This is a good team. And he has full power Frieza, who is wiping enemies away. This Broly doesn't have big bad bosses. I hate, why does Broly not have big bad, oh my, I don't understand that. Okay, but that's not the case. So judging off of all these mono type teams, which one would I say is the best one? I'm thinking the Agl Super Vegito team is the best one. Because he has STR Gogeta with him. And STR Gogeta just wipes the enemies away. He's not even on a leader skill. It's like he's not on there because he's the only, well, I mean, other than Vegito, but him and Vegito are the only ones that are not on leader skill. But like he's easily the strongest unit on this team, even without a leader skill. So I think Agl Super Vegito is probably still the strongest one, probably. But people could say that Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks is up there too, because you take a look at this team. This team is quite good. It's like you had Tech Super Saiyan 3 Gotenks with 2 fusion units, and this guy was cooking. Because 120% attack and performing a super attack is mighty strong. Can we go ahead and skip to a rotation where Gotenks is doing an attack stat? Yeah, he's giving him 30% attack and defense for this turn with 25% attack on super attack, which is, I mean, hey, he's going to hit quite hard in this rotation. For sure. For sure. I mean, attack for Geo with 100k attack stat. He's a support type unit, so it doesn't matter. So let's see what his attack stat is. 400k. That is high. That is a high attack stat. That's, mind you, I got to keep putting in that 2016. Listen, a 400k attack stat. Watch what this damage is going to be. This is nasty. Guys, that's quite good. That is quite good. Let me go on over to Agl Super Vegito. So let me focus on him for a second. And let's see how much damage he's going to go ahead and do. Damn, Dokkan was so slow back in 2016. Like, oh my god, a 90,000 attack stat. But the thing is that fierce battle units do more damage to this guy. So that's good. It's 173,000. Okay. It's like his damage is not really that impressive, but his damage comes from his counters anyways. So this guy wants to sit in front of enemies, right? Okay. So let's go on over to Gotenks. I think going off of what I'm seeing, I still think Agl Super Vegito is number 1. I think Gotenks is probably at number 2. And then Broly's, I think Broly's better than Gotenks. as a god lead. Yeah, I think Broly's better. It's just that double super. That double super is too good. It's too good. Yeah, I think Broly's better. And then Gotenks right behind him. It's like that 120% attack is so good, but super attack, excuse me, super attack. Tech was just not really like the craziest back then. It's like the team for sure. You can definitely see it. It's like this team is, it's built. Yes, it's built for sure. But the thing is that I think Broly's just looking better. It's just that double super, man, for sure. Okay. So what do we got here? 500K. Gotenks is at number 3. Let's leave him at number 2 for now. Yeah, I think he's at number 2 for the best god lead. Damn, Gotenks. Did he get orbs this rotation? Let me see. Yeah, this is gross. This is a gross turn. Like, look at this. Oh yeah. This is nasty. Look how many orbs that he's getting. That's a 500K attack stat. So let's go on over to the next unit, STR Omega. And I remember Omega's attack stat being quite good. I think Omega's going to do a lot of damage. 400K? Oh, 300K. I don't know why I thought it was going to be 400K. But this is good damage. That's pretty good damage. 300K in a super attack. Let's see physical Broly. Let's go ahead and see what he's going to do here. He doesn't have too many links active. That's basically a 200K attack stat. But there's another super attack coming, right? Yeah. 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 I think Broly, I think I've made up my mind. I think the worst god lead is probably Omega, because STR wasn't really the spiffiest typing back then. I think Omega's the worst, and I think Buuhan's requires a lot of setup. So I think I want to move Broly's more consistent. I want to move Broly right here. But Super Vegito. Now Super Vegito he just did so much with his counters. His counters are just so good. You had to get lucky with orbs for Buuhan though. I'm thinking that Gotenks is better. Oh no, I lied. I think Buuhan's is better because he has Ingenemba. Gotenks is at number 4. And then Omega's at number 5. So at number 1 we have Agl Super Vegito because counters, godly link set, takes no damage nowhere. It's like great super attack effect because he's sitting in slot 1 all the time. Number 2 is Broly because Broly double super, kill the enemy, haha, you're dead. Number 3 we have Buuhan because Buuhan, you guys saw his attacks at like 550K type deal. He has Inch and Ember right next to him, which is nasty. You have those orbs on the rotation, he just goes absolutely stupid, and he's the best healer back in 2016 easily. And number 4 we have Gotenks. Gotenks tech was not the craziest, but his rotation was definitely really nice with Tech Vegito. He had the Tech SSJ Team Gotenks, and then he has him himself. Then number 5 we have Omega, but I think that is really about it. I do think that Agl Super Vegito is the best, and I think that Omega was probably the worst. You could make the case that Buuhan was maybe the worst, but he has Ingenemba, so I can't put him at the worst. He has a slot 1 option to sit with him, technically. So I think that is really about it. I appreciate you guys watching. You guys are the best. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace.